Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Mary. I'm going to be doing a Moonlight guidance reading for the collective. So if you were guided here, chances are there's a message in this reading for you. I am kind of getting love vibes for this reading, but we're going to see other messages may come out. You know, the moon and the full moon is a time to like savor the things we created throughout the moon cycle. And energies can be intensified and emotions can run high. It's a good time to reflect on your blessings, to do rituals for release. It's a good time to love yourself. I think they say it's a good time to love yourself because emotions are heightened. So if you don't want to channel that heightened emotional energy by doing something like harnessing the creative energy of the moon and creating something, take care of yourself. Take a hot bath, have a release ritual, take a moonlight walk, something like that. Something to keep yourself more calm and at peace so you don't have a chance to have a heightened emotional reaction from the energy of the full moon. So as I'm recording this, it is a full moon in Virgo. It's about to peak in about 7 hours or so. It's about 11:45 here, midnight almost, where I'm at in the Eastern time zone. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you see it, it is good for you then. The messages are meant for you when you find it, okay? But this is being recorded the night leading into the full moon. Tomorrow morning is the full moon. So I thought we could harness this energy and see what the moon has to tell us in regards to, mostly our love life, as far as our emotional side and our shadow side and the person we're with us and the person that we're with, their shadow side possibly. We'll see what comes out. But we're going to get a crystal, we're going to get some black moon, some Moonology. And by the way, I'm sorry for the long intro here, but I'm recording this in 2 versions. It's my first time doing this, so it's kind of a test, okay? I don't know whether people prefer to see someone's face when they're doing readings or if they prefer to see cards, and I'm going to assume that there's 2 different kinds of people, some who might prefer to look at somebody doing it. Like, I'm a face person. I like to see and talk to people, and other people might want to see the cards. So I have 2 devices recording. It's taken me forever to set this up in a way that looked good. If you happen to click on the one where I'm talking and you see my face and you prefer to see the table in front of me only, just click on the banner that I'm going to install in the reading to head to the video, the version of this video that just has the cards. If vice versa, you land on the card version and you want to see me, click the banner to be directed back to the one with my face. And we're going to see how this goes, and I'll see which one does better, and then I'll go from there about making more in the future depending on that. So I have some cards pulled out already here. And so for whoever was guided here, for the special soul who was guided here to this reading, no matter your zodiac sign, the moon has messages for you. We have card 32. This is the 8th house, okay? This, I made notes here for you ahead of time. This is actually endings and beginnings, and this can actually be like the darkest of the night before the light comes in, so I feel like whoever is guided here, you're looking at, some endings and new beginnings, okay? I'm going to try to do this so everyone has a good view. I hope the people watching the cards will, be okay with the way I'm doing it, and vice versa. And we have card 49, okay, Jupiter returns. And this is actually telling you that your dreams are actually coming into reality very quickly right now. Gifts that you have are going to flow very easily. Anything you work on, or hobbies or creative interests, are going to flow very easily at this time. And it might be a good idea to utilize those energies, for the fact that you're going to be, having a lot of creative and energy coming to you from this full moon. So it's a good time with gifts flowing well to utilize that energy and put it to use, on whatever it may be. We have fire element, okay, card 37 coming out. And this actually says that like you're about to confront someone, okay? You're about to confront someone, and this card actually does say you're being at this time, there's like a lot of fiery driven energy in your situation, and you're actually being called to push it, to kind of push it. Yeah, you've been maybe holding back. You don't want to talk about it. Push it. It's time to know. It's time to talk about it. It's time to get whatever it is out. And whether this ends something, then that was what was meant to be, or it could create a whole new beginning with a whole new world that opens up because you've been authentic with yourself and how you feel and what you really have inside. And remember, gifts flow easily, you know, but you know, I would say just wait until a few days after the next full moon. If you're watching this right now, wait till a few days after the full moon, if you're in full moon energy, because emotions are heightened. It's not always a good time to push it and confront someone. But I would say a few days after, then it's time to think about the fact that there's something you're being led to discuss. So we have here at the bottom of the deck, I found it interesting that that last card here means to push it, to push the issue. And then we have Mars force here coming out, okay, also. So, and that is at the bottom of the deck. So it's interesting. So there's something that you're kind of being called upon here to do that you may not have wanted to, that you might have to push the issue, but it's being brought to your attention for a reason. All right, let's get a Moonology card here for the collective guided here. Moonlight guidance, what do you have for us? What do you have for us? All right, first card out, adjustments are required, right? And we've already kind of established that with the fact that there's, you're stuck in like an in-between. You're stuck maybe in the, feeling like you're stuck in the dark. You maybe feel like something is coming to an end. You maybe have been able to sense this. And you need to address something. We've been given that information here, that we need to force it, push it, get it out. It's time to, you know, to confront whatever it is. And that is an adjustment. That's making adjustments. That's changing things up. That's, you know, discussing how you feel. That's hoping things can be different. Whatever's happening, adjustments are required. And if those adjustments don't fit your, you know, desire and your need, then it's time to have that ending and allow new to flow to you, and the fire will just burn all of that old stuff out. Meditate and contemplate is at the bottom of the deck here, okay? So it's telling you to think about this also. So you could also spend some time, you know, when you're relaxing during the full moon, to just clear your mind and ask for answers from your guides, from your higher self, on how to exactly handle this situation that brought you here to this reading tonight, okay? Because I know there's something on your mind. I know something's been kind of in there weighing on you, and it's time to get that out. All right. Oh yeah, look at this. So we have a bunch jumping here. So we have you and your loved ones are safe, letting you know that if you've been worried about something, if something's been weighing on you, as you confront this, as this darkness is here and coming to an end, you and your loved ones are very safe, okay? We have them jumping all over the place. We have your dreams need a practical plan, all right? So it's like telling you that, you know, this meditate and contemplate, making adjustments, planning, it's all going to help you with unfolding your dreams. Remember, with Jupiter returns coming up, it's saying that things are going to flow to you pretty easily right now. We have faith in your dreams. So some of you may have been worried that something wasn't going to happen, or something wasn't going to go right, or this darkness was going to last forever and you were never going to come out of it. But Moonology is saying have faith in your dreams, because it is getting ready to come into fruition. Remember, like, this card says you're manifesting very easily right now. Jupiter returns card says you're manifesting very easily, okay? There's a burning desire for something inside of you. And it's going to create this possible ending and new beginning. And look at this, we have a new romantic cycle begins. So a new romantic cycle begins with this beginning and ending card here. Definitely some major stuff happening in the lives of the people guided to this reading. So let's take a look here. We're going to use, this is a really cute deck, and I feel like gnomes are kind of like good full moon little beings, you know, like fae and dragons and stuff like that. And I have a lot of those kinds of decks, and I kind of debated, you know, which one. So for the person guided here, for the people guided here, Moonlight, Full Moon, Virgo, what do you have to tell them about what's kind of happening in their life and love life right now? What can they expect? Yeah, so Five of Swords, and in this deck here, this is like conflict, theft, stress. So it's like there's just some conflict going on around you for sure. And it's definitely has you feeling in the dark. It's definitely making it so adjustments are required. This is not a good feeling energy for anyone to kind of be in, you know. Hopefully the people overhead can see, because I can't see what's happening as to where I'm laying these on the screen so much. Make sure we have room. Hope that you can see them. Okay. All right. I tried so hard to get these cameras set so that this camera in front of me would be spun the other way so there could be more around me, and I just couldn't figure it out. So it's like, well, as things go, I will. We'll get it figured out. So for whoever is guided here, the full moon energy is screaming something amazing coming in. We have a new romantic cycle coming in. We have this ending and beginning. We have this passionate fire and desire, letting you know that you're safe as you work through this energy, because you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable in this Five of Swords. And then we have Temperance coming in here, okay? Temperance is a very healing, patient energy, and it actually says the meanings on this deck, and it's angelic guidance, healing, patience, and reconciliation. So some of you are having a lot of healing energy coming in. I feel like when you push it, when you push the issue after meditating, contemplating, taking care of yourself during the full moon, some things are going to be resolved. There's adjustments required so that you can be happy, so that you can have your needs met. And those things are going to come to light when you make a plan to discuss this, to take action toward it, to do something that will, you know, help to illuminate what you need inside. And so there's a very good healing energy coming in as you work through what it is you hope for. We have the Two of Cups coming in, I mean, with a new romantic cycle, you know, in the Moonology deck, and the ending and beginning. It definitely feels like there's some serious like romance coming in for those guided here. This is partnership, love, new romance, right? New romance here, and then a new romantic cycle begins here. So, and then we have 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, okay? So 10 of Cups, the Two of Cups, patience and healing, you know, and it's probably a lot of you, some of you I should say guided here, are being forced to push it because you've suspected something, you've been worried about something, and you're going to get answers to that. And then there's going to be adjustments made to better your situation together, you know, to try to heal. Some of you will decide to end this situation where the adjustments are needed. And then you're going to have something brand new coming in that's going to lead to the happiest you've probably been in a very long time, because you made this decision to do better for yourself. It's like the moon is really about our dark side, and it sounds to me like there's something really sitting within those that are guided to this reading that they haven't wanted to face or deal with, or they've been practicing kind of avoidance towards. And here they're saying that it's safe for you to address this now, okay? Because it's time for you to have what you have been wishing for, what you have been hoping for. It's sitting in there, stuck in this place between what you were and what you're becoming. And how do you get to the light and what you're becoming from what you were? You face the darkness, as hard as it is. You face the fears, you confront the realities that you're avoiding, okay? And you make a plan to make adjustments so that you can be happy and know that you're safe while you're doing that. Have faith that all that you're hoping for and wishing for is really coming into fruition for you. The Page of Pentacles is here. This is new connections. This can be money coming in and good news according to this deck here too. Excuse me. So that like took my breath away. That was a weird sensation. And so it's like new connections. We have several indications of like this amazing new love coming in here for those guided to this reading. We have new romantic cycle, 2 of Cups. We have a reconciliation card. So there's a heavy love energy in this reading for sure. Let's take a look. What else, please, for those guided here? Yeah, some of you have felt very trapped with the 8 of Swords coming out. Very trapped by your thoughts, by your worry about if you face this, if you discuss this, if you take action on this, if you follow your intuition, that you're maybe going to be in conflict, you're going to be left behind, you're going to feel alone. And you're feeling unhappy. It's making you restless. It's making you feel uncomfortable in all ways. And the only way to free yourself is to really just let this baggage out in a constructive way, making the adjustments, having the conversation, making the move, sending the text, sending the email, whatever it is you have to do. You're being called to do that so that you can be released from this 8 of Swords energy here, this trapped feeling. Yeah, we have 10 of Wands. We have in this deck, this is neglected relationships. Okay, this is feeling stuck. Here's another indication of feeling stuck. So we have a lot of the shadow side of our reading tonight is saying that a lot of us are very, very stuck. And we don't want to confront it. But right now is coming up after the energy of the full moon, after we've taken our time to think, is time to get unstuck. Okay. All right, one last tarot here for, oh yeah, the Fool. And look how it's like right here, it's like with the Fire card, it's like there's fire here and there's fire here, and I just like instinctively put them near one another. And in this deck, the Fool says, risk, beginnings, innocence, and optimism. And here we have that reiterated in the have faith in your dreams, right? Asking you to have faith. And the Fool is taking a leap of faith. It's stepping into the unknown without fear so that you can have, you know, your heart's desires unfold. And the Strength card is saying, hey, trust that you have what it takes to do this. Trust that you can, and that you're being guided by, you know, angels and your higher self and ancestors, because they want you to have better for yourself. And I'm trying to figure out where to put these. All right, let's see here. What can we get? Let's get a couple of animal spirit messages. And then we're going to get a crystal card for the moon that will ask the moon what you know, what crystal will best help for those guided here to work with for the rest of this, you know, leading into the next new moon. Oh my God, Bat Spirit, card number 5, a rebirth is assured. I cannot believe how many indicators of, trying to get it so you can see it better. I cannot believe how many indicators of a new life, a new beginning, a different existence for those guided here. It is just pouring through. We have reassurance like crazy coming in from the universe, because I feel like the emotional side of a lot of the people guided to this reading is going to be hesitance. It's going to be fear that I'm not going to be able to make the right decision. I'm not going to be able to handle this or say the right words. And there's a strong energy of support coming in saying you have exactly what it takes. Okay, we have Buffalo Spirit 10, which is like completion. That's the end of something, moving into like the 0 with the Fool. Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. Okay, letting you know that don't worry during this time when you're transitioning, when you're making these changes to have more of what you want, you're going to be provided for. You would be surprised how true that is and how it happens. We have card 43, Owl Spirit. You see clearly now. So whoever is guided here, you are really beginning to see some things clearly. And it's like, I know I need to take some action. I don't necessarily know what it is. And I think it's interesting that that's a 7. And then the next card at the bottom of the deck that says Trust in Divine Detours is 16. which is also a 7 in numerology, coyote spirit. So it's like you've had a lot of detours, some stalling, maybe some avoidance. You've had to take a different route to get where you're going. And, you know, the moon is really illuminating the fact that these detours have been for a reason. And you're about to have so much new begin to unfold that it just almost feels really magical. Owls may be a synchronicity to some. You know, coyotes could be buffalo, the bat with the rebirth. There's just so much. If you rewatch this a few times, I feel like if you took notes, I feel like you're going to really get an abundance of things triggered within you that you need to know. This Moonlight guidance reading will trigger things in your shadow side that you need to, that adjustments need to be made in. So for those guided to this reading, okay, for those guided here, let's get a crystal. Which crystal would be best for the person guided here to work with during this full moon and after? What would serve them best? Okay. I hope you're all just taking good care of yourself and staying calm during this beautiful full moon. I was outside earlier, and even our neighbor was out and just eyeballing it. It was beautiful where I'm at. So of course, with all of this intense, excuse me, fire energy and these feelings of being feeling fear and feeling stuck in your current situation, the universe wants you to know that rose quartz, okay? Rose quartz is going to be a very good choice for you to work with. It's very soothing. It's a very loving stone. It creates a feeling of compassion. And it even says here why. This is to seek a place of softness and safety, to transform the pain of betrayal and lovelessness, to encourage abundance and love. Rose quartz is among the sweetest of the healing crystals, reminding its guardian that all great love stories begin with compassion for the self. And you have compassion for yourself when you do face your fears and go after what you want. Push for it, push it and get your answers, push it and get the response that you need, so that you actually can start seeing clearly now the steps you need to take so that you can get out of this energy and into this new beginning. We have new beginning, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning. I mean, it's everywhere. Okay. And so there is a mantra here that you can use. It says, I am whole and deserving of infinite love exactly as I am. So some of you may have felt as if you are not good enough. You need to change. You don't please your partner. You don't please your best friend. You're not good enough for your parents. Your relationships are being affected by this feeling of not being good enough. And I'm here to tell you that that's the part of the shadow side that this Moonlight reading is illuminating for you. You are good enough, just the way you are, and you deserve to have people make you feel special and beautiful just as you are. I mean, that's a perfect stone to come out, and it does not surprise me that it did at all. Can we get one more here for the people guided to this reading? Okay, that's just the index card from the deck. I'm sorry. One more, please. For those guided to this full moon reading, let's harness the full moon energy the best. What can we work with? What crystal can we work with the most besides rose quartz? All right. So you got two here. You got tiger's eye to activate your inner feline, right? To create the portal for your spirit guides, to open your mind with the clarity of focus. Tiger's eye clears away fear, anxiety, and anything else that may cause you to doubt yourself. So when you do go to have this like tricky conversation or address this issue where these adjustments are needed, you could carry a piece of rose quartz and tiger's eye with you to invoke unconditional love, to help open up the clarity and focus, and to take away the anxiety of handling the situation. That would be a good one. And the mantra for the tiger's eye is, I possess myself exactly as I am at this moment in space and time. So it's like really this sense of self-acceptance is asking, that's what this reading is asking of you. self-acceptance, and then kind of eliminating anyone or anything that makes you feel less than. And then the last one we have coming out is Amethyst. I don't know if I showed you guys these cards up here because I'm kind of focused on the ones down here for the camera that's above me for this reading. But Amethyst, to find harmony of thoughts, to achieve intellectual psychic symmetry. What flows in must flow out. Amethyst reminds us that energy cannot be created or destroyed. The mind is a powerful tool and it must be cleansed and manifested as such. And this is a good time during a full moon to do cleansing rituals, a salt bath to recharge and cleanse your crystals, that kind of thing. So that kind of makes sense too. And the mantra here, my mind is a safe home and my thoughts are peaceful visitors. Just trying to keep things peaceful for those like monkey brain issues, where the monkey mind, where it just goes and goes and goes. Let's see, I want to get one last little piece of inspiring message here from the Fae, because I felt like we should bring the fairy into this moonlight reading. We have gnomes, we have the animals of the forest. For those guided here, fairies, give us a piece of advice. Okay. We have arrows. Direction is yours to choose today. Your inner light will guide the way. Okay. Family. Wherever you go, whatever you do, your family is here for you. So some of you might be making a choice that's hard, and know that the support of your family that loves you so much is going to be a big help throughout all this. And then right at the bottom of the deck, in fact, we have support. There's always help around when you ask. It can be found. So for those of you who are here, I feel like you're really being asked to call upon the support of loved ones, to call upon the energy of the full moon, harness that intense emotional energy, to ask whatever's in you to rise up so that you can deliver it in a constructive way that'll help you, that'll help your loved ones, it'll just make all of your relationships flourish. And while you're changing direction and following these unexpected detours and making your adjustments toward your 2 of Cups and 10 of Cups, invoke the support of people who have your best interest at heart, because that's going to be the best form of healing that you can get, that unconditional love offered by friends and family who really care about you and everything. So I hope that you liked the reading. Please let me know, which reading do you like better? You can let me know in the comments. You can email me. Do you like to see, to watch somebody with their face and that way so I can talk to you one-on-one, or do you like to see it overhead better? Which one are you? Let me know. I'm curious to see which version of this video does better. And I'm wishing you so much healing, sending you so much healing energy from this full moon, this beautiful full moon. If you haven't taken a chance to step out and just soak in its beauty, please do so. And if you did like this reading and you want to dig further for your personal self and you want to know more on your own, like a personalized reading, there is information in the description box below on how to reach me for that. So thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you lots of healing energy.